Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Into the Breach. It's another Friday. Baby's taking a nap. Really optimistic I can get 2 videos done. We'll see if that's possible. Anyway, in the end of the last video, I indicated which squad I was going to do next. We're doing the Frozen Titans, one of my favorite squads, and also, in the opinions of many of the really strong players of this game, like the people who do the crazy, perfect, hard runs, the strongest squad in the game by a margin. Although there is a price to be paid for playing with the strong squad, so I'm going to do a little bit of a mix-up. I'm going to actually talk about part of the squad's power here in the menu, so I can talk about some of the pilots you should be considering for the squad. Then we're going to get into the game and look at the upgrade paths. Okay, so the star of this squad is this Ice Mech, which is not a science mech as you'd expect, but actually a ranged mech, which is interesting because you can equip it a lot of powerful weapons to go along with this cryo launcher, but the cryo launcher itself is kind of a big deal. So this is a ranged attack, meaning it goes over obstacles but cannot be used to target adjacent squares, and it freezes the target and yourself. Now, being frozen is kind of like having a shield in the sense that the next damage you take, regardless of how much it is reduced to 0 and the freeze breaks. Of course, unlike with a shield, when you're frozen, you can't move and you can't attack. Now, there's a lot of benefit to being able to freeze a target. Frozen enemies, regardless of how much health they have or what their abilities are or, anything, are just going to sit there and take up space and do nothing for the rest of the fight. On top of that, sometimes the Vek will actually target their frozen compatriots to break them out of the ice, which, even if it happens early in the fight, may be better than having the Vek target your mechs or buildings, and in the last round of the battle, it completely is irrelevant, obviously, because, they get broken out of the ice, and then the mission ends. You can also freeze buildings to protect them. You can freeze your allies sometimes to protect them from damage, which we'll probably be seeing actually a fair bit in this run if this goes at all like any of the runs I've played with the Frozen Titans in the past. Now, of course, when you freeze yourself, that's kind of a problem. The mechs, unlike the Vek, can actually get out of being frozen. You can do the repair action to essentially break the ice, but since you only have 4 rounds of activity, the naive default with this squad would be that you can use the freeze twice, and then the other 2 rounds your ice mech is just breaking itself out of the ice, and that's obviously pretty damn bad. So you have to look for ways to get broken out of the ice organically, and there's a few different ways to do that. One is you can place yourself into the path of a Vek who will damage you and break you out of the ice. One is to sit on a Vek spawning point, and when that Vek comes up, you block the spawn, and the damage that you take breaks the ice. You can get hit by an ally. The Brute Mech fires a projectile in 2 directions, each of which does 1 damage and pushes, and you can potentially get broken out that way. Sometimes there may be other elements in a battle that can break you out. There might actually, I think anything that would break you out would also kill you too, wouldn't it? Okay, never mind that. But the point is that while any one of the ways that you might get broken out of the ice is not likely, there are a whole lot of different ones, and so the likelihood that some of them might be available to you if you employ good strategy is reasonably high. So all in all, this is a really brilliantly designed weapon because it has an incredibly high upside, and that's counteracted by a downside, which is one of my favorite designs in games when there's something very strong but with a drawback. However, this drawback can be negated without feeling like it's super broken, because you do have to work at it in order to be able to unfreeze yourself to be able to continue firing cryo launcher shots. Now, if you go online, what you'll see is everybody saying you gotta play Bethany. Bethany's special ability is that she starts every mission with a shield, and there's a real kind of mechanical quirk in this game, which is that if you have a shield, you're immune to being frozen. Being frozen does not break the shield. If the shield still stays, you just don't get frozen if you would be frozen. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but obviously that seems like a very strong synergy, because then you can just hang out back and, shoot these frozen shots with total impunity as long as you never get damaged during the fight. However, I believe that there's another traveler who maybe is not better, but is at least different and more interesting, and quite possibly better too. And this I've not seen anyone mention anywhere, so we're going to call this my contribution to faster than light, that's the old game. That's my contribution to Into the Breach strategy. I believe that Lily has a lot to say for herself. So the idea is that Lily normally isn't a very strong character, because +3 move once is not that big of a deal, but this Ice Mech has flying, And so with flying, you can get through buildings, you can get through enemies, and with +3 move, you're almost certain to be able to get to a Vek spawning point. And then you can freeze somebody, and the spawn point will break you out of the ice. So you're blocking a spawn, and you're getting unlimited uses out of your ice mech. And once you get there, so once you arrive at a spawn point, the spawn points tend to be in the same area of the map, kind of far away from where your mechs originally spawned. So if you get to one of them, you're likely to be able to get to other ones. Now, as we're going to see in this playthrough, it's not all, roses and unicorns. Difficult situations do come up. Sometimes there's no enemy that you want to freeze that is orthogonal to a spawn point. Other times you get frozen, or sorry, not frozen, but webbed at the beginning of the mission and can't move. So there's things that can happen, but all in all, I think this leads to much more interesting gameplay, and the advantage compared to Bethany is that Bethany cannot go and block spawns, because if she blocks a spawn, she loses her shield, and then she, doesn't have the ability to shoot her cryo launcher anymore. But Lily wants to go block spawns, and so not only are you getting the benefit of repeated shootings of the cryo launcher, but you're also continuously blocking enemy spawns. So that's what I like to do with this squad, and we have our previous time traveler who got the wasted grid defense as our second upgrade, but that's okay because 2 mech HP is pretty good. Let's go ahead and start. I guess I would have rather had move or bonus power, because the bonus movement I think is very useful. So maybe I got the actual 2 worst possible upgrades for her, but still, it's still very strong, of course, to have these upgrades at the beginning rather than starting off with a blank Lily. One disadvantage of this mech is that because this attack does not do any damage or kill anything or even push anything, it's very difficult for this pilot to level up. So having a fully leveled pilot on this one to start is obviously very good. Anyway, the other 2 mechs are the Mirror Mech, who shoots this Janus cannon, like I showed before. It's similar to the Riftwalkers, except it shoots in both directions, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a liability, if you would hit a building or push an enemy into a building. This one has a really interesting upgrade. It's just +1 damage for just 1 power. Now, as we saw with the hazardous mechs, if you're getting +1 damage for 1 power, there should be a drawback, like an increase in self-damage. Nope, it's just +1 damage. So, yeah, don't know what that's all about. To get your second damage, you do have to pay 3 power, so all in all, you're paying 4 power for 2 damage, which is not great, but it's not terrible either. And you do get one of those 2 damage boosts for just 1 power. Then we have our Aegis mech, which is widely considered one of the strongest mechs in the game as well. So this mech starts with 4 move for some reason. I don't think it needs it, but it does, which is pretty sweet. And then the Spartan shield does 2 damage, and it flips the direction of the enemy's attack. Now, it doesn't push, which if you've played with a lot of the other squads, you might find a little bit difficult at first, because you get used to being able to push things around. But there is definitely something to be said for an attack that doesn't push. You start to realize how often it is that you just want to come up to something and whack it, and not push it into a building or into an ally. It's just nice sometimes. And while the direction flipping doesn't always prevent an enemy that you're not killing from doing damage, if of course there's a viable target in the opposite direction of the attack, pushing an enemy doesn't always get rid of the damage either. So this is a thing that does decent damage. It has an effect that may prevent damage, and it doesn't have a push, which is sometimes a good thing. For 1 power, you can gain a shield after doing this attack, which I think is generally better than getting the +2 health. And then there's a +1 damage for 2 power. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. So you can go up to 3 damage with this thing. Okay, so I think that's all that we have to look at. Let's take a look at our options. We got the Firefly leader here with the bonus health mech. Now, the bonus health mech isn't as bad with this squad because you are going to be freezing things, so this is a decent option. Hornet with the armor. Armor, again, not as big of a deal with this mech as with other squads. Here we have the Scion Abomination, and this is kind of a tricky one. So the Scion Abomination is the one that gives all of the other Vek bonus HP, bonus regeneration, and explosion on death. And this is a tough one because you have to really kill that Scion or else all the enemies are such menaces. And this squad at first does not really do a great job of pumping out damage, so this might be a good one to save for later. And here we got the regeneration and the Spider. Now the Spider leader really, really sucks, so I would probably save this for last. It kind of sucks that the regeneration mech is paired with him because the regeneration mech is generally the regeneration Scion is generally the least significant threat, but at the same time, this squad does do a good job kind of naturally dealing with the bonus health on the armor Scions, which are otherwise big contenders for the most annoying spots. So we're going to probably do these islands first. I haven't looked at the achievements for you here, So one achievement is to shoot the cryo launcher 4 times in a single battle. I'll probably get this unless something really unlucky happens. Obviously, it's very easy with Bethany and the shield, but we'll see that we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting it done at some point with Lily. This is a tricky one, kill fewer than 3 enemies in a single battle. That may happen by accident. I'm not going to go out of my way for it, but I'll keep an eye for opportunities. This is a tough one. Killing 3 enemies with 1 attack of the Janus Cannon. Remember, the Janus Cannon shoots in both directions. So you pretty much have 2 different options for this. One is actually somehow get a situation where you've got 2 enemies in your sights, they both die from the attack, and one of them is pushed into an enemy with 1 health, killing it. The other option is, well, I don't know if this is the only other option, but the way that I got it in my other file is on Archive. There's a mission that you sometimes get, which is to destroy the dam. And so if you can destroy the dam with the Janus mech, and then it floods the 2 lanes, and it kills 3 land-based enemies, that counts for the achievement. I got that totally by accident, wasn't even thinking about it when it happened. So, let's go here first, I suppose, and see if we can upgrade the damage on our Janus mech so that maybe when we go to the Archive Island, we'll have the 2 damage attack, and we'll be able to blow up the dam. It's obviously a stretch to be able to pull it off twice. Okay, so a little bit of a crappy map here. I don't necessarily want to do this because I don't like the 2 battery 1-star missions that are harder than the 1 battery 1-star mission, and all you're getting is a battery, which is not that great. What is this? Oh, okay. So normally I hate the don't kill the volatile mech missions, but for the freezing squad, it's perfect. So all you got to do is freeze that thing. The volatile Vec is this guy right here, so we're going to have to freeze him at some point. Hopefully he'll give the opportunity by being orthogonal to a Vec spawn point. And we got our armor sign, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, so I don't want to give this thing a chance to freeze anybody, or do I? I mean, one thing I could do is I could, like, I could sort of goad him into just coming up and freezing my guy, and hope that a Vec spawn point appears in one of these spots behind him. If it doesn't, I can whack him once, and it's not the end of the world either. Okay, we'll do that. Let's do this. My Janus Cannon, we'll just stick over here, and then Lily, I just really want to make sure it does not get frozen or webbed, so we'll stick her back there. Eee, okay, well, not that I'm sad about getting a pod, but this completely destroys my plan, because the volatile Vec now is not going to go on this square. The enemy will never voluntarily move on to this. It's actually kind of interesting. This pod stopped this Scorpion from going up to attack my Aegis mech. That's really interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a little bit of a challenge in that none of the Vec are orthogonal to a spawn point, except for this guy, but this guy is next to it, and I can't target him adjacently. So, it's going to be a little bit tricky. How do we do this? Well, I could just go here with Lily and freeze the volatile Vec now, and then I could just shoot her with my Janus Cannon, because there's nothing else that I need to do right now, and that would also deal 1 damage to this armor scion. Yeah, that seems fine. So let's move the Aegis mech there to block a spawn. We'll punch this guy for 1 damage, and go here, grab the time pod, achieve the mission, and just centralize our Janus mech. Do I want to put the Janus mech within reach of this guy? Maybe. Because if this guy goes onto this square and there's a spawn point here, I can move Lily onto this spawn point next time. Okay. Now, Lily did take a damage for this, because the shot broke the ice and then the push actually hurt her, but my Lily has bonus 2 hit points, so I'm okay with that. Okay. Well, I think we have a pretty easy turn here. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, Lily doesn't have enough movement to reach this square. Ah, god damn it. I was going to go here, block a spawn, freeze this guy, but she's only got 3 movement. And these guys are both webbed, so I can't use them to free up space. Like, if I could free up this space, Lily could stand here and freeze this guy. Okay. Yeah, that's really annoying. I can't shoot my Janus Cannon because it would hurt this building. I gotta think about this. Damn, this worked out very irritatingly. I could punch this, block a spawn. This is annoying, but it doesn't actually kill my Janus Cannon either. So you know what I'm gonna do, I think? I think I'm just gonna go here. We'll just shoot a freeze at a random building to provide that building protection. And that freeze will also get broken by the spawning of the Vek. Then I'll just punch the Scorpion. Sadly, because of the armor sign, it doesn't die. It should be dead, but it's not. And then the Janus Cannon, I'm just going to sit tight and take a damage. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Okay, I'm hoping... Oh, another Scorpion. God, this could be a really annoying turn. Okay, luckily this guy went after the Volatile Vek, which is potentially annoying, but at least not necessarily a problem. Okay, this is okay. So what I can do here is very simply... Oh, do I want to repair? Okay, maybe this isn't as simple as I thought. I could shoot this, and it would actually kill both of these, and push this thing away. And then you... Yeah, I think this is pretty simple. We'll just do this shot. Is there any way that I could actually... Oh my god, if I could kill this thing... Hold up, if I could kill it, then it would actually give me my achievement of killing through with a single shot. Unfortunately, my Aegis mech can't get over here to do damage to this guy. Okay, so anyway, we're going to just go ahead and shoot. Oh, and it actually blocked the shot before the Scion died. Interesting. So I wasn't going to be able to do it anyways. Okay, you are just going to repair. What is going on here? What? There we go. We'll go ahead and fire a shot at a building. I guess we'll freeze the thing that we're supposed to protect, even though enemies aren't that likely to be able to attack it. So we'll take one more damage. So actually her bonus health is paying off, although not as much as bonus movement would have. So now we just have these two Scorpions to deal with, and I'm probably not actually going to be able to kill them. Oh, how many enemies have I killed? I killed the Scion, I killed a Scorpion. Did I kill anything else? I don't think I did. So actually, I think I can get that kill fewer than X enemies achievement. Okay, let's do that. So let's fire my cryo launcher here. I'm just going to punch you to not hurt my friend. And we're going to go ahead and repair. And I believe I killed only 2 enemies this time, although if I forgot one, then I'm not going to get that achievement. Ah, no, I did. I got it. Okay, it was worth it. So getting 3 extra experience on a pilot would have been useful, but I value the achievements more if they're within easy shot than experience in a given fight. All right, heal all player units. Not bad, especially because it doesn't require any power, so you can just kind of stick that on somebody. Who is the most likely to use it? It's tricky because she is someone who, if I don't have anything to do, I might want to do this, but I feel like that is possibly a mistake. I really do want to be using this every chance I get. Let's go ahead and put that on my Brute in case I get into a situation where I can't use this weapon. And then I get a bonus power core. For this squad, I mean, it's kind of hard to pass up the bonus 1 damage on this Janus Cannon, which does mean that maybe this should go on my Aegis mech. Let's do that, because 2 damage is hard to pass up. Okay, so let's see this. Defend the prototype Renfield bombs, break the power generator. Okay, we'll go for this. This is a bit of a scary one, but one thing that you can do in this mission is you can freeze these bombs to block a damage, so there's a little bit of an extra value there. Oh, we have an Alpha Hornet? Christ, okay. So, okay, let's try this plan one more time. Let's see if we can goad the Scorpion into coming up and freezing my guy. Although that actually doesn't work that well, because then my guy's going to be blocked in and won't be able to get to any enemies. So maybe we should do it on this side if we're going to do that at all. Let's put the Janus mech where he can't be targeted. Although, I'm not going to be able to fire any shots from here because one is going to go on this building. And if I go over here, well, you know what? I'm going to do this. If you want to come up, Mr. Scorpion, and stand right there, then I'll shoot you for 2 damage and push you into a mountain and kill you. So that's fine by me. And then Lily is just going to hang out back. Okay, so I'm hoping there's a spawn point in one of these 3 squares so I can freeze this Hornet. That would be ideal. Okay. Now the question is, can I actually do that? Because right now this bomb is being attacked and this bomb is being attacked. So actually, I think I might have made a mistake because I can't stop this guy and this Hornet. They're all on opposite sides, and this Hornet's the one I have to leave alone because it's the one that's just doing a grid damage. Okay, well, I don't think there is any way out of this. So we're going to do this and freeze this guy. You don't have anything you can possibly do except shoot this guy and kill him, which is fine. And then you can go here and make the Scorpion attack the other way. And I wish it would have killed the Scorpion, but can't always get what you want. Now, it sucks that I lost a power, but the good news is it was only 1 power. This thing does 2 damage, so if it had been a double battery building, it would have taken a lot more damage. Oh my god, this sucks. I don't have any square from which I can shoot and freeze this thing. Can I even do anything about this? Well, I have to. I have to do something about it. I don't have the option to not do anything about it. It's too strong. So, what are my options? Well, my guy's frozen, unfortunately. This is where having Camilla would have been great. I could have just walked up, attacked this Hornet, and made it attack in the other direction. As it is, can't do anything about this Scorpion, except freeze it, which sucks a giant bag of dicks, because I have to get off a spawn point to do that. Then I can come up and attack this Hornet, but then of course it will go back and unfreeze the Scorpion. Man, that just is terrible. But I can't let this happen. It's the mission objective, and there is no other way to do it because I can't push this thing out of the way because my Janus mech is out of position. Well, damn. All right, that sucks. You gotta do what you gotta do, though. Wait, what was I doing there? Oh yeah, I guess I am gonna do this. Okay. So we freeze this guy. So here's where the reversal is good, but could have been better. Now this guy's gonna get unblocked, and then I have to use my Janus cannon to unfreeze Lily. We're now gonna have 5 enemies on the table. The Hornet, the Scorpion, and the 3 that spawn. So this is just going absolutely wretchedly. The most wretchedly. Okay, luckily the Hornet's wasting its attack, so at least there's that. That Hornet is not wasting its attack. This guy's wasting its attack. And that guy's wasting its attack. It's unfreezing a guy, but I have to consider that a waste at this particular moment. Okay. The hell do I do here? Is there any way that I can get out of this? Well, this stupid smoke prevents my Aegis mech from attacking this Hornet. Oh my god. I don't think I can actually save this. I don't think there's any way I can save this bomb. It's got 2 things attacking it, and I can't protect it. Because I can freeze it, but there's 2 attacks coming on it, and my guys can't do anything about it. I can't get rid of this Hornet. My Janus mech, can it do anything at all productive? It can shoot this Scion, but that's it. Unless I'm really missing something, there is just absolutely nothing I can do. I can freeze one of these guys, but my Aegis mech can't get into this square to attack either of these guys because of this damn Hornet. So I guess that wasn't a waste after all. This is a really clutch move. And this stupid Scion's in the way. If the Janus mech could have gotten in here, it could have shot the Hornet. Or, well, it wouldn't have killed it, but at least it would have pushed this guy out of the way. And then I could have frozen the bomb. Alright, well, unless I'm missing something, and feel free to yell at your computer screen if I am. I do believe this is going to be the first time I fail a mission objective on camera. Well, so much for the almighty Frozen Titans. Damn, that's so annoying. This smoke, man, that's just the worst. Wait a minute, what's the attack order? Oh my god, the Hornet attacks for the Scorpion! Holy shit! So if I just punch this thing and it lives, and its attack goes the other way, the Scorpion will die. It'll deal just enough through the armor, and then I can freeze the Hornet. So how do I want to do this? I could freeze the Hornet from where I'm standing, and then this Firefly will let me go, and then I can... Well, I'm not going to kill, I'm going to shoot and hurt this guy, to at least prevent it from breaking the other guy out of the ice. I could freeze it from... I can freeze the bomb from this square, but then I would need to use my Janus cannon to unfreeze my guy. Okay. If I stand up here, I'm too close to the Hornet, unfortunately. So this is a case where not being able to target adjacent enemies actually is a serious hindrance. Okay, so we'll do this. It's not ideal, but... Actually, I could if I wanted to break it out and kill the Scion. This thing deals 1 damage, then I'd go down to 1 hit point, but the Scion would be dead. No, I think keeping this guy in the ice is more valuable. Okay, well that was interesting. Still not out of the woods by any means, because there's still, well, 3 enemies. Gosh, that maybe I can deal with that. Okay. Everyone decided to waste their attacks this time. Wonderful. Okay, can I kill this stupid frickin' thing. I can't push it into the bomb, but I can go here and shoot in this direction. And then I could kill the Hornet, getting 4 experience. And you don't get to do anything useful because you can't gain experience, and it doesn't matter if I freeze anything because everyone's turns are wasted, but that's still pretty good. Let's get out of the way so I don't take unnecessary damage. Kill the damn Scion. Kill the damn Hornet. And you can just repair yourself. Wow. Well, sorry for all the stress I may have caused if you were sitting there screaming at your computer for the move that I almost missed to save the mission, but we all got through it in the end. Whew. Intense. Okay, so we got our choice of double star missions: defend the train, defend the terraformer. Okay, defend the train is a really fun mission. I like these missions a lot because they're only 4 turns long, which means you only have 3 turns of action. However, this squad is terrible at defend the train. Just horrid, because only one of your mechs can push. So you only have a single mech on the entire squad who can push things out of the train. It's just really dicey. I failed it lots of times with this squad. So we're going to go for Defend the Terraformer, which is always a great mission. Pretty much no matter what squad you're with, just got to make sure that you shoot it in a different direction each time, and it helps you kill things, and there's only 3 things on the map to start with. Also, this is a really great layout. These mountains make it hard for the land-based units to get to the buildings. Okay, so the main threat is that, like, this Firefly will just wander up here and target this building. So what I'm going to do, what's my movement for? I'm going to put my guy here. From here, if need be, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and punch the Firefly to make it go the other direction. My Janus mech, I just want in decent position, and Lily flies so she can just kind of hang out wherever. Okay, so the Firefly decides to just go after the Terraformer, which is perfectly reasonable. The enemies are unfortunately positioned in such a way that none of them... There's no way to shoot this Terraformer in a way that would kill 2 of them, and the Firefly is the one that I really want to kill, but it's too far away. Okay, well, I could just freeze the Firefly. It's certainly an option. And I could push this Hornet here. And I could terraform and kill the Hornet and the Scion, or I could, if I wanted to, just let the Hornet stay here, block a spawn, and die. Huh. Okay. What is this guy doing? This guy doesn't have anything useful to do at all here, does he? Okay, I think I am just going to kill the Scion. We'll step up to be in a slightly better position, shoot and kill this Hornet. You, unfortunately, can't get onto a blocking space, but at least you can get into position. And then you are going to do what you do best. Stand on a Vex spawn space and freeze an enemy. Should I make smoke? This can hurt me just as much as it can help me. Let's do it. In case like a Scorpion comes out so he can't just freeze me from that spot. I don't know. Okay, so we've just got 2 enemies to deal with, and we've got this Terraformer helping us out. This should be a pretty easy mission at this point. Okay. Pretty much all I'm interested in at this point is just blocking spawns and making sure I don't forget to shoot my thing in all directions. Can you get to us? You can't. And I can't kill this Firefly with the Terraformer without also killing you. Okay, so how do we do this? I think we'll do it as follows. I'm gonna go here to block that spawn, go here and shoot my ally. I do this quite a bit. When you're Lily, you get to make these kind of moves. You freeze both yourself and an ally, and both of you don't take damage from blocking a spawn. The Terraformer will shoot up, so I need to get my Janus mech out of the way. Oh, wait a minute. Well, so it takes some damage. I might have been able to avoid this if I'd been more careful. We'll terraform those mountains. Who's got an action left? Oh, you're blocked by smoke. Okay. The smoke that you made, by the way. Good job. Good job. Well done. Well done, son. Okay. So we've got 2 Scorpions. Luckily, one of them is just attacking the Terraformer. The other one's getting Lily, which is not my favorite outcome. But this is probably okay. I want to shoot the Terraformer this way. Oh, but I can't because it would kill Lily. I wish I could get to this square. Then I could punch this Scorpion and have it block a spawn. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. Let's just... Wait a minute, which direction do I have to shoot? I have to shoot left and right, which I currently can't do either one of. Okay. We'll let some spawns happen here, I think. Let's go... here. And here. We'll punch you here. And we'll terraform to the left, killing those guys. And then you just freeze a building to block a damage from the spawn. Don't forget to do this when you play as this squad. If you're sitting with the ice mech on a spawn point, just shoot ice somewhere to save yourself from taking a damage. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep this really simple. Let's go here. Who do I want to give the experience to? It looks like the Janus mech is cleaning up the experience, so we'll give some to the Aegis mech. This is 3 experience for these scorpions, which is pretty good. And then this thing terraforms the final direction, and Lily will just fire off some ice to celebrate. Okay, that was nice. Killed or froze everything. Actually, only ended up freezing 1 unit. Well, that was thanks to the terraformer, of course, doing a lot of murdering. And now, let's see, there's the defend the train. I'm going to be a little bit conservative. I'm going to grab this. Oh, wait a minute. Kill 7 enemies. I do not like that at all, because what you want to do with this squad is block spawns and freeze things. Okay, so what is this? Solar farms, less than 4 mech damage. That's a tough one. It's like less stars than defending the train. Okay, you know what? Let's just go for the train. If I fail it, I fail it. But this at least will demonstrate the importance of choosing your missions carefully. Okay, at the very least, I do have a little bit of an advantage. This guy can't get anything on the first turn, and this guy can't reach the train. So I could goad him into freezing myself, but I don't see even the point. If I don't put a guy here, this scorpion can't do anything. Now, the Hornets have a movement of 5 and they fly, so you can't really stop them from doing whatever they want, but this is actually a really amazing start, and I mean, if there's any chance I'm going to have to be able to push things out of the train, relying solely on my Janus mech, this is the outcome, this is the starting point that I would hope for. Okay, so I really am afraid of scorpions, because if the scorpions freeze my Janus mech, I guess my mirror, oh, it's called the Janus cannon, it's the mirror mech, anyway, whatever, then I end up in a lot of trouble. So I want to kill them or freeze them. So we're going to do it like this, keep it really simple. I'm going to go here and do what I do best, which is block a spawn, freeze a guy. We're going to... it's kind of awkward, actually. I want to shoot and push this thing into a spawn point so it dies. That also requires damaging my Aegis mech. Oh, no, wait, what am I talking about? Okay, I was thinking if I punch this thing, it would reverse direction and hit me, but the default damage of 2 is enough to kill it. I've just gotten so used to having there be these damn Scion mechs that I forgot that there isn't always a Scion mech on the field. Enemies don't always have armor. Okay, so we blocked all the spawns here. This guy died, this guy's frozen. Now there's going to be a zillion spawns, but we get kind of a free turn here. So we'll do the typical move. We'll freeze to block any damage. Go here, I'm blocking all the most upward facing points so that if enemies spawn that don't have flying, if the Hornets don't spawn, they can't fly past me and get to the train. Scorpion, annoying. Firefly, not a big problem. Scorpion, though, all I can do is freeze my Janus mech, but then the Firefly I should be able to deal with, because the Firefly doesn't have enough move to get in front of the train. That's basically the nightmare scenario with this squad, is something gets in front of the train, and your Janus mech is either webbed or just can't reach the spot that would enable it to push something out of the way. Like if something was in this square, for example, even the Janus mech wouldn't be able to deal with it because the building would block the enemy from being pushed out. That's why you have to be very, very cautious about this mission. Okay, can I kill 2 of them? I could have actually killed 2 of them if my mirror mech could have gotten to this corner, or if my Aegis mech weren't frozen. Because if he could have gone over here, then he could have punched this for 2, and then the Janus mech would have dealt 3 to this and 1 to this. If I freeze this thing, then it doesn't take damage because it'll be in the ice. Yeah, oh, and I'm frozen and in smoke. Okay, well anyway, let's just... Wait, no, they do, but what am I talking about? I do both, because this guy does 2 damage on a hit. What is wrong with me? Okay, so they each get 3 experience, lovely. And you fire some freezy pops to celebrate. Okay, well that went about as well as that mission can go, but I gotta say that was an incredibly lucky start with 2 of the 3 enemies not able to do anything in the first round. It kind of just let me have my way with them, so to speak. Okay, we got our final boss here, a Hornet. One thing that's cool about this squad is if you ever have a really difficult final mission, you can just freeze. You can just freeze the final boss. You'll fail the mission, and if you're having a perfect island up to that point, you're effectively losing 3 stars. 1 for the kill the leader objective and 1 for the perfect island 2-star bonus. But you can do it. It's something that I do sometimes if I play a 4 island run, because in the 4th island you often don't care about stars depending on what your output is, so you can just kind of freeze the leader and have an easy mission. Okay, so here we've got the Hornet, which is a movement speed of 3. Where's it going to go? I mean, it's got this square, which would attack these buildings, and this square, of course, which would attack the corporate building. Alright, we'll try to prevent it from attacking the corporate building. Not that I want it necessarily to attack these 2 buildings and do 4 power damage, but that may be better than the alternative. And I do have some power saved up. I don't want to lose 4 of it, but you know, if I have to, then I have to. Okay, I'm hoping I can get this thing out of the way. Okay, thank you. Whew, that was close. If the Scion hadn't moved, I wouldn't have had an easy way to get rid of this thing. Okay, as it is, what am I going to do? I think I'm just going to keep it... Well, there's a few different ways of keeping it simple. I could... Okay, I think I'm definitely doing this. This is something that's just definitely going to happen. Now, I can shoot this thing and move it out of the way, and I can use my Aegis Mech to kill the Scion, or I can punch this thing. It's the same. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just get into better position. Kill the Scion. What am I doing? I kept... Oh god, that now kills my Aegis Mech. This kills it. Okay, thankfully, the designers of this game put turn resets in here. So let's not be complete morons. Let's do this. A little scary losing your reset on the first turn of the game, but you know, hopefully I just am not a brain dead moron in subsequent turns. So now we have just the leader and 1 more enemy on the next attack. Of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of spawns here. Not only 2? Oh, you know, some people say that frozen enemies count as enemies and thus reduce your spawns. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe it is, because it's kind of weird that with only 1 enemy on the field, we'd get just 2 additional spawns. Okay, so I have a couple different options here. I could shoot this guy into the water, but I don't see what the virtue of that is necessarily. I think this is the time just to kill the boss, because luckily there's no buildings in the way. So I can shoot it for 2 like this, and I can just walk up and hit it for 2 like this, and then I can freeze this guy. So 2 enemies are going to spawn here. It should not be that easy for them to attack buildings in a way that I can't deal with. Sucks that Lily's frozen, and this Firefly decides to attack it for some reason. What an asshole. Okay. Well, I mean, I could just shoot the Scorpion, kill it. It sucks that I am not then able to freeze anything with Lily or do anything with my Aegis Mech. What's the other option? I could walk up, punch this thing, have it go the other direction with its attack. That would free up Lily. And then what exactly? Does this Janus Mech have the ability to do anything useful at that point? Nope. Okay, so one of these 2 mechs doesn't really get to do anything. I guess then we might as well just kill the Scorpion outright. Let's put the Aegis Mech into position. I don't want this guy to get shot out of the ice, so even though it means Lily takes an extra damage, I am going to just stay here. So she'll lose a damage, or she'll lose the ice from the shot, and then she'll take a damage from the spawn, but hey, she's got +2 bonus HP, so it's kind of useful. Okay, no Scorpions. So unless something really terrible happens, I should be able to deal with all this stuff. And this guy's, the Fireflies are just both wasting their attacks, so that's cool. So here we're just trying to see if there's a way to get experience. Well, I think that makes a lot of sense. And Lily has just enough HP that she can serve as a thing for this Firefly to bump into to give my Mirror Mech an additional 3 experience, and this is totally wasted. Oh, she can even heal. Okay. Bonk. Alright! That was a pretty good first island for the Frozen Titans. One very scary moment to heighten the tension. 9 stars is always really good if you can get that many. And +1 mech reactor, what is this? Collect 10, ah yes, it's sort of just the one that you get by playing the game a lot. Alright, no grid defenses yet, get a bonus. Worst pilot in the game, of course, although picking him up, you know, during a run isn't the worst thing because he levels up faster. What is this though? Can call an airstrike. This is a really weird thing. It only gets used once. I mean, it's cool that it goes anywhere on the map, but it's just sort of... It's not that it's not effectual. Sometimes being able to push anywhere is just what you need. Might be worth it to hang on to for a little while at least before I get something better. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna put this on the freeze mech in case she can't freeze anything and I just need to get somebody out of the line of fire. I'll use this targeted strike. Alright, you have a mech reactor and we get 3 more mech reactors unless there's a weapon I really want to buy. Let's see if there is. Okay, this is interesting. I don't like the self-damage on it. So let's take a look at this. Grab you to toss it behind you. That's actually, there's a squad that starts with this. I do like the smoke drop, and crap. You know, I might have bought this if I didn't just pick up that stupid airstrike. And then this is actually pretty decent. 3 damage. It does take 2 power to use, but it only costs 1 power core to up the damage. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a change of plans. We're gonna have you take this thing. And this is a pretty greedy line because it's costing me a lot of stars to power this thing up. But I am gonna now commit to doing a 4-star run. And with 1 star left over, I'm gonna buy this weapon. This is a trick I learned from YouTube commenter Deskath. If you have a star left over, buy the weapon on sale. In the next island, you can sell that weapon for a star, so you can carry that star over. Otherwise, reputation is lost. Okay, so what do we want to do? I think a big priority is this bonus movement. This pilot got +1 move. That was my other main priority. And then +1 move would not be bad as well for you. Well, you can already get it because you got your bonus mech reactor, so we'll do that. I'll prioritize that over the shield. Although I could just also do this and just get the bonus damage. Doing 3 damage in island number 2, that's not bad. And this is not powered yet, so I'll have to get power cores later. So I guess I could have done that instead. Getting a new weapon rather than powering up an old one. No, I think I like this, because I'm going to use this pretty much every single turn. Okay, we'll try it like that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.